little bit this game, see how it goes. Chat it up, let me know what you think. Oh, and we're double live. We got MLQ recording as well. Here we go! There he is. He's getting us ready to go.
Are you ready?
Alright, game 3, INDY versus Cleveland. Oh, I don't know. Here we go. And they're up. Ashton McKee at the center again. Fumble around. Recovered by Blake, who's immediately beat.
Alright,
as a result, Cleveland ends up with the Crawford and Dockery team, but INDY regains control.
Yellow, that one. Right there. That one. Let her go into.
Alright, McAdoo's over here picking up the Cleveland is sharing because McAdoo found it. Oh, Tyler chasing him back. That's the first one he crossed and used his reset. Now he's got to be a little careful. Tyler's getting worked by Hammock and Hammock gets beat by Matt Brown. Deep pass, intercepted by Blake, and they are turning and burning. McAdoo beats Matt Brown, but Axel gets an easy goal. But Indy might lose control from this. Nope, Tyler intercepted McAdoo's pass. Alright, so Indy scores, they're up 10-0 and they maintain control. Yost in at female chaser along with Feeler for Cleveland. Doherty at keeper at rowing. Oh, double B.
Hey, Andrew, it was really close.
150.
Illegal swat.
Illegal swat by Andrew Axel. That's the new rule of the MLQ.
Like 2 seconds. I know, that's why I went out.
New rule in MLQ with a double beat, and Axel swatted away after it had already been hit, so that's a penalty. So, Indy will be down a man until Cleveland scores or for 1 minute. Meanwhile, Matt Brown is still battling with Hammock. Oh, Tyler with a nice beat on McAdoo. Shoot at Doherty and they miss. Doherty passes it across to Mitch Bame and gets beat. Mitch throws it deep, gets rejected by Cammy, and they're off. Blake is going. McAdoo gets it. Oh, he shoots, misses. It looks like it's rolling out the back. It does. Blake's shot was a little high. So now Doherty's got the ball and he's coming back. Meanwhile, McAdoo and Hammock are battling for control from Tyler and Brown. They just traded. Tyler's got it. Oh, a shot gets blocked by the hoop. The girl fakes around and double effort. She might have already scored on the hoop when it was down, but she scored for sure. So Cleveland scores, ties it back up 10-10. But control is still in Indy's hand. Allie, live stream crashed. Oh, we're back. Sorry guys, looks like we had some wireless problems.
We're in the middle of the woods on a river,
There we go. Looks like we were zoomed in a little too close. Thank you, Dwyer. Alright, so we just had a turnover by Indy. Indy still has control. McAdoo just beats Axel. Doherty. Okay, Indy just beat away Hammock and goes for McAdoo. Picks off McAdoo, gets Dan, blocks his pass, beats Mitch, and Indy's going to recover this one. And they're running into... Indy's calling for 0. The third bludger's on their side.
Hey, watch, you got a bludger in here.
Why did you do that?
Ooh, beat. Indy's got it. Axel's trying to get it, and they beat her. Axel picks it up. He's got Mitch on him. Mitch tackles him. He's called for back to hoop, and there's a delayed penalty. And Axel dips, dives, dodges, and scores. There's call on Mitch Beam. Mitch Bame for, I believe, contact from behind is what that's going to be. Ooh, jersey pull. Okay, that's how he brought Axel down. Penalty's negated by the goal, and Cleveland will get the ball.
Jackson score, anybody.
Oh, it's 20-10.
Okay.
Indy's in the lead 20-10. Cleveland's got the quaffle, and it's Doherty walking down. We got a line change. Butler's in, who I've been calling Taylor all day, along with Mike Pence in the back, and Evelyn just came in for Hammock. Meanwhile, Indy switched out. They're running male female as well. Oh, no good. Axtell's going down. They had some good passing by Cleveland, but it was called no good. Oh, Axtell gets beat.
Stay back. All right. Relax a little bit. Chasers, go ahead. Your hand.
I didn't go in.
I hit that.
Yeah, that was close.
Keep it up.
What's the time right now?
He's gonna take the shot now.
4:19.
Oh, Axtell blocks the Doherty shot. Okay, so Indy's switching some more out. So Indy's finishing the beater rotation. So now they've got Crystal Jones and Jeremy Hoffman in a beater. They lost control. Feebig just came in for Axtell. And Jeffrey Seawick is also in as well. And Cammie Lang is still maintaining the lone female chaser position. And McAdoo gets beat. Indy has retained control, but it cost him their reset. And Feebig is charging back up. Passes, I don't know if that's a pass or shot, but it'll go straight to Doherty. Doherty knocks it down and recovers. So Doherty's bringing it down now. Doherty, it's a long pass deep to Mike Pence. Pence runs around the back, shoots it, goes over the hoop. Doherty recovers, shoots again, gets blocked by Cammie. Mike Pence recovers again. He shoots, his goes in. 20-20.
Let it go.
Time. 24.
And Indy lost control on that as well.
Go,
Yes, it was number 2.
It's got some beater action over here. It looks like Indy might have got control. Crystal's got it. Feebig gets stolen from by Mike Pence, who immediately gets gang tackled, throws it back, recovered by Doherty. Meanwhile, Indiana did not regain control. It's Hoffman and Crystal. Hoffman's got the bludger. And Evelyn and Alejo Matheny is in for McAdoo at beater. And Evelyn's subbing out, and they're bringing in Lacey. I don't know if we've seen Lacey yet today.
going 2 female.
So they're running male-female mix, just like Indianapolis. Hoffman beats Doherty, makes a bad pass deep, but Mike Pence recovers. He beats Jeffrey Seawick, beats another guy. He's charging in and he shoots and he scores. Pence just ran through 2 guys to get that goal. Good play by him. Indy's bringing it down. Lacey and Alejo have control, but Alejo just got beat. Oh, Tyler Walker subbed in. Oh, Alejo did not get beat. Oh, pass to Votaz, fumbled. He's immediately beat, and it's turned over to Doherty. Doherty's coming. Feebig's slowing him down. Passes it to Tiffany, who was wide open, and dunks it in. 40-20 them. Cleveland adds to their lead. They're now up 40-20. Meanwhile, Crystal Jones subs out for Melissa Matichek. And Kaufman is in for Blake at keeper. Also, Cecilia is in for Cammie Lang at female chaser. So Indianapolis with the line change. Kaufman passes off to Feebig. Feebig's lone chaser gets beat. Shoots it in. Good shot. And just wide open lane for him. Feebig scored a solo.
Somebody had to pass it though.
No, there's no assist. It was no assist. Drew Weiler and David Hoops are in for Cleveland. Drew Weiler's walking it down. Tyler beats Alejo, but McAdoo's back in. So Indianapolis has control, and both.
Go for it.
Oh, deep pass to Tiffany is not good, and it's going to roll out the back, turnover to Indy. Indy's coming up, trying to tie the game up. They're down 40-30 right now. Nathan Digman in for Feebig at chaser. Oh, Drew Weiler gets beat. Kaufman goes in, passes it to wide open Cecilia. Cleveland is not guarding Indianapolis' females, and they're paying for it. 40-40. Time. 8:35.
And it's 40-40?
40-40. So Indianapolis ties it back up. Oh, they go to beat McAdoo, and Tyler misses, and it looks like, yep, Cleveland's got control. They send McAdoo down to do some offensive beating. Meanwhile, Hoop shoots long, and they're calling it no good.
That's a good defense. 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Coffin's bringing it down slowly. Tyler with McAdoo.
There you go.
Oh, and Indiana regains control. Digman's got the ball. He just now crosses the midline for the first time. Tyler catches a Leo bludger. Digman runs and fakes. 360s, shoots, scores. And IU, their Indianapolis, ties it up or takes the lead? Indianapolis takes the lead 50-40.
Hey, Indy, we got a bludger behind. Beat her on the left.
Not Melinda, that's one. You guys got
What's time officially? 9:37.
Refs saw the stoppage of play. They called no penalty, and we're back to the game.
Keep it up. What's the score?
50-40. Tyler beats Alejo. McAdoo recovers. Tyler and Melissa have got control right now. Hoops is coming in. He crosses the midline. He's got Weiler. He passes to Weiler. Melissa charges up, and he passes back to Hoops.
Switch it back, go up.
Hoops is driving her. Oh, no, walking slowly up. Passes it, gets deflected and recovered by Kaufman. Indianapolis charging. Deep pass to Votaw. Votaw passes it up to Digman. Digman's got Hoops. He fakes him out. Passes it over to Cecilia, and she dunks it in. And Indianapolis adds their lead, 60-40. Hoops, meanwhile, launches a shot 3 stadiums over. No good. And they're subbing in. Matt Brown goes in for Tyler Walker, and Melinda Stopp goes in for Melissa Matichak. The Quaffle, meanwhile, is returned to Kaufman, and we're back on offense. Votaw came in a minute ago. It looks like Cleveland did some subs too. Mitch Brown is in. Evelyn's in, but Hoops is still at keeper. Melinda's out front beaten. Brown beats. Brown took out the beater and leaving Digman with an easy drive opportunity, and he took it for a goal. Indianapolis is now up 70-40. Yost is in, and Beeler is in. David Hoops is out. Doherty is coming back in. And Cleveland's back to double mail with Evelyn and McAdoo. And we've got another illegal swat. Illegal swat on Votaw. That's a blue card.
Blue card 96, illegal pleasure swat.
What's time?
Yeah, I think you gotta call that right away.
Hey, Votaw. Don't block the camera, please. Thank you. All right. Play is resumed. Digman gets beat. Returns to his position.
One more behind.
Mitch runs around, gets blocked. Oh, blocked by Digman, recovered by Beeler. Beeler fakes back, gets beat and drops it. It's recovered by Kaufman. Evelyn goes for kick beat, doesn't get it, and Indy will maintain control. Meanwhile, Indy's gonna walk it down. They're gonna slow ball it while they got a man down.
30 seconds.
30 seconds on the penalty. Melinda's up on Doherty. Doherty's going for swats. Brown misses the beat on Evelyn, but recovers it. Melinda gets beat. Oh, sniper shot on Digman. Oh, Brown gets tackled. He's out, and it's a free goal for Mitch. Dunks it in.
Blue card for reckless dislodging. Stop. Oh, you want to make that a yellow for like
Hey,
I said go. I did not finish the second word. I did not want to yell.
Yeah, reckless dislodging. What's time?
Yellow card number 45 for reckless dislodging. The goal is good.
Wait, did you say yellow card for the reckless? No, is it blue or yellow?
It was a blue card.
Blue card, yeah, blue card.
Yep.
Okay.
No yellow card on the play.
Okay. So we got a blue card for reckless dislodgement on the goal.
22. What?
Oh, Votaw, you're back in. We scored.
No, they called it. No,
they scored.
Yeah, they still.
They still scored. Okay. All right. So Cleveland will be a man down. Is it 60-50? 70 to 50. And Hammock is in with Evelyn for Indy, or for Cleveland, and Indy immediately gets control.
Stay in the play, stay in the play, stay in the play.
Beeler gets beat. Digman's walking down. Hammock's staring him down. They got Vota and Alyssa Marasa open. He passes it deep to Vota. Jumps, catches it, turns, misses the shot. Rebound collected by Coffin, who shoots it in. Coffin, by the way, in at keeper. Mitch is back in for Cleveland and immediately subs out for the other Mitch Bame. Doherty bringing it down. He's got Hammock with Bludger down, and he will be retreating to the hoops. Doherty's bringing it down. It's 80 to 50 right now. Quick beat by Digman. Oh, Hammock gets beat, and Evelyn called for and did not get his hand up in time. Doherty easy beat, and now it's Digman with nobody to stop him, and he's gonna lay it in for the easy goal. Indy's up 40 now. Meanwhile, Digman is subbing out for Axtell, it looks like, and Melissa Marasa is in at female chaser. Jeremy Hoffman also subs in for Brown at male beater. Doherty's got the ball, he's holding it. Sprague in for Cleveland at beater. Doherty passes it super deep to Mitch. Mitch passes, he shoots and it goes in. Meanwhile, it looks like Indy retains control though. Melissa passes it, shoots it deep, Kaufman. Kaufman's got it, fakes one, shoots, scores.
Score check time. 160 and 14:50.
100 to 60 at the 14:50 minute mark. Oh, and they are subbing again. It looks like Alejo is in at beater. Also Drew Weiler in at male chaser. Beeler and Yost are still doing the double female chasing set. Sprague's on Jeremy trying to get something. Oh, he gets it off Sprague's face for the beat, and Cleveland gets control. Axtell gets beat. He passes it. Blocks it around the hoop, but not in. Axtell, meanwhile, charges ahead and then stops it once he realizes he's going into two. Sub, Kaufman out, Luke Lips in for Indy. Also, Melanie Grossman is in at beater, female beater. Oh, and she straight up steals it from Sprague. She just ran up and snatched it right from him.
Jeremy, go get Alejo.
Axtell gets passed from Luke and crosses the line. Hoffman goes and beats Alejo. Axtell runs into some passes to Alyssa, and Alyssa throws it through. Great pass to a wide open Alyssa.
We're up 50.
Up 50. Doherty's bringing it down again. Sprague goes for the beat on Hoffman. He misses it. Hoffman chases him back, and that's the reset. Meanwhile, Sprague passes it to the bludger to Leo. Leo takes out Melanie, and Cleveland will have control. Drew receives a deep pass, passes it back to Doherty. Doherty's looking for the shot. He passes it to Drew Weiler. Drew Weiler swim moves and gets it blocked and taken. And Axtell wisely stops once he realizes he's all alone running into two. 16:40. Alejo beats an easy Marasa and starts walking back towards Luke. Meanwhile, Melanie is trying to steal it from Alejo, and he's having absolutely none of it. Hoffman face beats, and Indy gets control. Axtell passed to Luke, and he took off. Melissa Marasa recovers, passes it back to Vota, runs around the end, and throws it in for an easy goal. Indy up 60. Marasa passed it. Massive line change here. Looks like Yost is out, and Tiffany Hughes in. Hoops is in for Doherty. McAdoo's back in for Sprague, and Mitch is in for Mitch. On Indy, Luke Yeager is also subbed in, and that's the only change. Axtell gets beat.
Stay away from that, Axtell.
Luke Yeager slides over. He gets beat too. Axel's back at point. Melanie gets beat. Cleveland has control. Mitch Brown passes it to Hoops. Hoops is looking for a shot, passes it deep to a wide open Beeler. Beeler fakes, tries to get a shot off, gets rejected and picked up by Axel, who immediately turtles. Axel's holding it. Tyler Walker is in. Tyler Walker got debroomed and has got to go tag Hoop. Axel's walking. He hasn't crossed midline yet. He gets shot by McAdoo, but he blocks it. Then he charges ahead, passes it to Luke. Luke fumbles it. Hoops dives on it, recovers it. Meanwhile, Seekers are reporting, and Melissa Matichek subs in for Indy, and Indy has control. We're looking at Hoops. He's bringing it down for Indy. Indy's got a 60, or bringing it down for Cleveland. Cleveland's down 60 right now and needs to make some magic right before Seekers get on the field. McAdoo beats Axel. McAdoo beats Yeager. Axel's back at point. Hoops crosses the midline, beats Axel. Hoops shoots, and they call it good.
What's time?
18:50.
Goal ref called it good, but the refs are discussing. It did not look good from this angle.
But at least he's completely honest with that guy.
Yo, move your finger.
That was nowhere near. Even Hoops knows.
There's something. No, there might be something in the way of the lens. There's a fly.
Got a fly on the lens. Sorry, guys.
They go away. Yeah.
And was the goal good? No. The goal was not called good.
Coming from the backside.
Luke passes over to Axel. Axel's coming around. Axel shoots, misses it, dislodges the hoop. Covered by Cammy. McAdoo's right on him. She passes back to Luke Yeager. Yeager gets it and resets. Crosses the midline, and that's the Indies reset. Passes it back to Loop while Axel and Cammy Ling tack up. Oh, Axel's taking a sub. Feebig's in. Meanwhile, the hoop gets reset by the goal ref. Feebig comes down. Indy does not have their reset. They've already used it, and Feebig crosses the line. No coming back now. Meanwhile, the Snitch is on the field and doing some stretching.
120-60.
Tyler with a crazy jumping beat, and Feebig charges and scores it in.
Walker, Melissa's got one.
Melissa passes it back. Oh, McAdoo with the sliding Elvis catch, and Melissa just takes it right back after he's debroomed. Meanwhile, Hoops passes it to Tiffany. She's immediately beat and picked up by Butler, who tosses it back to Mitch. 20 seconds before Seekers under play. Mitch has saved the reset so far for Cleveland.
Don't swat. 2 hands on your broom.
And Feebig takes an easy beat. Meanwhile, McAdoo also got beat, and he's walking back. And the Seekers are about to be released. Seekers are on the field. Doherty's in at male beater now. Hoops is still keeping. Doherty's in at male beater. He gets beat on the foot by Tyler Walker while Mitch charges. Runs over Luke Yeager. Runs through Cammy. Fakes it. Oh, but Luke knocks it out of his arm. And other Luke Yeager jumps on the ball, and now there's a scramble. Tyler's about to come and clear this all out. And Tyler beats Mitch. Mitch charged through 2 guys, but he couldn't get the 3 he needed for the goal. It's good defense by Luke Lips to knock it out of his hand. Meanwhile, Mitch Beam is defensive seeking for Cleveland. Tyler Walker's walking towards him now. McAdoo is focused solely on the quaffle, so it looks like Tyler's going to get a free beat on Mitch, and he does. Luke crosses the midline. McAdoo's right on him. He passes it to Feebig. Doesn't look like he uses reset. Long snipe misses from McAdoo, and Feebig scores it in. What's the score? Indy's now up by 80. Doherty beats Yeager. So Cleveland is back to double male with McAdoo and Doherty. Meanwhile, though, Tyler and Melissa Matichek are in for Indy, and they're maintaining control. McAdoo goes for the tackle, doesn't get it. Beats Melissa. Clear. Tyler beats McAdoo. Oh, retreats. Tyler accidentally gives him control. Meanwhile, back to hoop on Luke Lips. Drew is charging through and finally dunks it in. Cleveland cuts the lead to 70. Meanwhile, Jeff Seawick has not got much time. Team USA seeker, but he needs time alone with the snitch if he's gonna pick it off. Cleveland has regained control with the double male beater set of Doherty and now Eveland.
Where the beaters are.
Feebick passes it off to Jahi. Jahi's looking around. He's got Tiffany Hugh right at her. Hands it off, handoff is fumbled, recovered. Oh, it immediately gets beat. Jahi picks it up.
Jason, score.
We're gonna call a Quaffle turnover. Was that on Feebick?
John, what do you do? Okay, so
Hey.
instead of dropping it straight down, he dropped it a little.
Yep. Feebick slightly dropped the ball towards his own hoops, bringing the ball closer to Jahi.
Walker, we got fresh legs. No.
Digman. It was good. A little ticky-tacky, but it was good. He threw it back.
This direction, it did not look like that.
It was slight, but it was enough. So, meanwhile,
Good, Max.
Cleveland's maintaining control. Melinda Stop in at beater for Cleveland. Max Jolly playing tough defense, dodges a bludger, and he's still working hoops. Hoops, meanwhile, shoots it, misses. Tyler Walker's out. Matt Brown is in. Jahi's recovering the ball. Jeff Seawick is still not getting any good looks at the seeker, but Indy's up 70, so they got some time. Matt Brown beats Mitch, and Jeff's getting some one-on-one time with the seeker. Meanwhile, Matt Brown is on Evelyn.
Come on,
We're trying to win the game. So.
Feebick passes to Jahi. Jahi's looking around. He's got Beeler right on him. Passes it to Feebick. Feebick passes it back up to Jahi. Jahi's cutting. Oh, but he gets beat. And he's getting carded for that one. That was a clear throw after the beat. That's a blue card for throw after the beat. And Jahi Brown is going to the sin bin. 1 minute. And it looks like Jahi Brown will be handing off his keeper headband to Feebig. As Feebig is the only other male nope, Max could, but Feebig is a little bigger than Jolly, so we're going to put Max Feebig at keeper. Snitch is walking back across the field.
What's score right now?
It's 140-70.
It's still 140-70 Indy. Matt Brown and Melinda Stop in for beaters for Indy, and they've got control. Meanwhile, Sprague is in at chaser for Cleveland, and Doherty and Evelyn are a double male beater set. Yost and Michael Pence is in at female chaser. Michael Pence is in at keeper. Doherty beats Matt Brown. And Evelyn picks up the other ball. They've got control. Sprague makes a bad pass, gets beat. Beeler recovers. Looks like Feebig's on her. Now Cammy's on her. And she gets beat but throws it back, but right to Max Jolly, and it looks like we got a delayed penalty on Indy. It's a yellow card on the keeper. And Max Jolly will now have to be keeper as India has no other players. Indy will now be down 2 players at Quaffle. What's the time on Jahi for sub?
So he's got.
So Jahi's got 27 seconds left in his penalty. Game time is 24-17. So Beeler's going to have the ball. She's on the side. I don't know if Melinda and Matt Brown both have bludgers and can throw them in that general direction without Doherty likely picking them up. But if they can beat her before she gets a good run, they can stop her.
Water, hey, water.
Right here.
Green Gatorade bottle in there. In the cooler. Other one. And she shoots it, and it's in. Easy goal for Jamie Beeler. And Yahi Brown is back in.
Back up.
Feebig! You're blocking the camera. Feebig, get down. Give the worst.
Cammy, come top.
Ooh, Jeff's getting a little bit of good looks at. Oh, he almost got on that one. Meanwhile, in the background, Blake and Jahi passing it back and forth. They both get beat.
Right now, Jeff!
But looks like we're gonna have a card.
What's time official?
There's no fouls in play for City Club.
Call on the play. Meanwhile, though, Sprague is charging hard. Cammy tries to slow him down. She gets him, passes it back to Pence. Pence shoots, blocked by Blake. Recovered and shot and scored by Beeler. Oh, it's called no good, beat before. Meanwhile, though, looks like kick beat. All three bludgers are sitting on Indy's side. Jai's charging down all by himself. He's got two more defenders to chase. Oh, and he loses it. Passes it while lying down. It's not a good pass, and it's recovered by Yost. It's 140-80. Indy's got the lead. Mitch Boehm is still doing some solid defensive seeking for Cleveland, and McAdoo's chasing away Seawick, and he gets beat.
25-47.
Meanwhile, Pence is walking it down. Drew Weiler's in at chaser. For Indy, Cecilia is in for Cammy Lang, Cecilia Westbrook, and Jeremy Hoffman's in for Tyler. McAdoo beats Cecilia. Cecilia blocks the pass. It's recovered. Jahi knocks it back, and it's recovered easily by Blake, who turtles. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Seawick's getting some good looks on the seeker, and Mitch Beam's back to defense. And Feebig's penalty is ending right now. And he's back. Drew Weiler's playing hard defense, and Blake runs by him. He's got McAdoo on him. He passes it wide open Jahi. Jahi runs through and dunks it through. And Indy adds 10 to the lead. Nick Kaufman in for seeker, and he gets beat by McAdoo. Jeremy Hoffman leading. Jeremy Hoffman gets beat by McAdoo, and McAdoo recovers control for him and Doherty. Melinda stops holding on to Indy's lone bludger while Daniel Hoops is in at keeper, and he's walking it down. He crosses midline. Kaufman gets. McAdoo misses the beat, beats Jahi.
He's just turning around. That's not a swat.
And we got a blue card on Matt Feebig for a swat.
27.
So what happened? His chest, and then as he's turning around, so hit him with his weird. And even if it was unintentional, it didn't affect him.
Hey guys, stop swatting.
Hey, what's the score, Jason? If it affects the 150-80. Guard number 15.
27.
Legal SWAT. 1 minute until good goal.
minutes and then
27 minutes, 150-80. But Indianapolis is down a player right now as Feebig's on the sidelines. Hoops shoots it and he scores. Feebig returns to the field and Indy's league's cut to 60. McAdoo and Doherty beating again, and McAdoo catches it. Oh, and they are retaining control. Cecilia gets beat, and Kaufman has got no time on the snitch. Feebig gets thrown back. He's pushed back, so they're not calling his reset. Oh, and we're gonna have some secret time, and he almost got it. Meanwhile, Drew tackles Feebig. He gets right back up. Weiler gets beat, and Feebig's got it, and he's looking for a pass. Pass gets deflected by Drew Weiler. Jahi contests it. I don't, and he's going to Jahi. This could be defenseless receiver. Look to us on the sidelines like he played the ball, but he's getting called with a yellow card. That looked like all ball. Apparently the refs did not see it that way. And Jahi Brown is back to the sidelines.
I don't know. We need a call. It's going to be a yellow card number 46 for an off-ball charge. 1 minute or until
off-ball charge on Jahi Brown.
Regular.
And Cleveland will recover the quaffle. McAdoo and Doherty doing some damage at double male beater set for Cleveland. Meanwhile, for Indy, Nate Kaufman's getting some time alone with the snitch. And here comes Mac, and Doherty looks like, oh, he doesn't beat him. Max throws him off. He stays on his broom, though. Jai, get down. Indy's got a 60-point lead still. Deep past the Sprague. He gets beat by Hoffman. Indy has regained possession of two beaters. Two bludgers, sorry. Oh, Doherty throws it back but gets beat. And Mitch Boehm gets beat, and now they got some wide open time on the seek with Kaufman on the snitch.
Let's go.
Kaufman is getting some good looks. Faking, switching arms. Doherty gets beat. Mitch Boehm gets beat again. We have more time for Kaufman at seeking. Meanwhile, Digman's taking his sweet time. Ooh, hard face beat. So we got a stopped game. McAdoo accidentally face bit his teammate Butler, and she went down. The game was stopped right as Digman was about to drive and score. I believe it's going to be a restart with Digman all alone on the hoop for an easy goal, and Taylor's going to have to Butler's going to have to sub out. 28-49. So it's 28-49, and Indy's about to have a 70-point lead.
Hey, who's Gatorade? Brown.
The yellow one? Blue.
Right now?
Wait, which one? Yellow's mine.
Oh, okay.
And Digman throws in for the easy goal, and Jahi Brown's time has run out as in the sin bin. Meanwhile, Cleveland regains control, and Kaufman's trying to get some looks through Mitch Boehm, and it's not going well. Mitch Boehm, some solid defensive seeking. Doherty focusing on the quaffle play, though. Hoops pass, shoots, it gets deflected, luckily bounces towards McAdoo, who scares away Digman. Tiffany Hugh recovers. Hoop passes back to Hoops. Hoops passes it deep to Yost, who's met by Blake. Turns and shoots, blocked by Vota. Digman recovers, and Cleveland has control. Indy's got the quaffle. Indy passes it back to Blake. And they're doing some subbing for Indy. It looks like Crystal Jones will be in at female chaser or female beater, along with Tyler Walker.
I found it everywhere. Not in my hand though.
Blake Fitzgerald in at keeper for Indy, and he's walking it down. He hasn't crossed midline yet. Now he has. He blocks a Doherty beat attempt. Charges in, fakes out Hoops, dunks it in for an easy goal. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Seawick is still getting no time on the snitch, and McAdoo comes and beats him anyways.
Time? Does that matter to you?
What the?
We hit that 40 time? 40 minutes, game over.
30-15.
So it's 30-15, folks. It looks like Indy's up 90. Indy's up by 70 right now. Double trade by Crystal and Doherty, and then Tyler beats McAdoo, and Indiana's got control. Indianapolis, Digman's trying to tackle Mitch. It looks like he's forced back. They're not calling a reset. Mitch is holding it. He's got a wide open Pence, and Vota's right on him.
Oh no.
Vota's charging him, trying to go for a tackle. And Cammy comes in for the gang tackle, and now Vota strips it from him. He's got one-on-one with Pence, fakes him across, and dunks on him. Indy takes an 80-point lead. Once Cammy jumped in on that two-person tackle, Vota was able to steal it for an easy goal. Good defense by Indy. Meanwhile, Seawick and Mitch just standing talking. He's not getting any good looks while Indiana maintains control. And Cleveland focuses on the quaffle game.
What's the time?
31. McAdoo's coming down. He's coming down, beats Tyler. Oh, looks like a pass and an easy goal for Mitch. Meanwhile, Crystal beats Mitch. Meanwhile, Blake dunks it in for the easy goal. Cleveland was not playing defense after that goal. What's time?
32! And one more. 170, 100.
And it's 32?
32 minutes.
At the 32-minute mark, we are 170 to 100, and we got 10% battery life on this phone. I hope we make it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's a Google.
It's an iPhone.
No, it's a Google Pixel.
Oh. I've got an Android.
Yeah, Google.
Another one. Hang on.
All right, we're gonna go back to the game. Butler gets beat, turned over. Tyler is on. It looks like he's just going with the quaffle, sneaks back. Jeff is calling for some beats at Seeker. Crystal's walking over slowly. Meanwhile, Quaffle's slow balling, and Crystal misses the beat. Oh, turns it over. Tyler gets beat. Jason. Crystal gets beat as well. It's the 33-minute mark. Luke Lips all alone, and they use their reset. Luke Lips gets beat.
Stream with your finger.
Don't do that.
Good job.
Votog is beat by Eveland.
Beaters, keep it up.
Freaking hand handle thing this time. Like the hand thing? Jeff getting some decent time alone with the snitch, but he's not getting anything.
What's the score?
We're up 80 or 70 or 80.
The guy gets there and back so fast.
End it right now. I'm gonna go.
And live?
We're gonna go live.
We're switching cameras.
Camera.
Yes, put on this one now.
And we're back. Thank God nothing exciting happened while we were down.
Except a quick goal.
Well, there was a goal. But
Quick goal for Indy on a wonderful catch by Mr. Vota.
And we have not been sidelined by technical difficulties for the first time ever.
Deep pass to Mitch. Deflected. He returns control. Melinda's got it. He's dancing around. He gets knocked out by a bludger, but he doesn't get beat. Passes it. Cecilia blocks it up. And then Hoops gets beat, and it's a turnover. And Digman gets it and tosses it over to Luke Lips. Luke Lips now in at keeper. Alyssa Marasa in for female chaser. Melinda and Axel has returned. He's taken out Melinda. So it's Melinda and Tyler, the old Ball State pair together. And meanwhile, for Cleveland, Doherty is subbed out for Hammock. Butler is back in at female chaser. Mitch Brown is in as well. Evelyn gets beat, misses his beat on Walker. Luke Lips runs around, passes, gets held up, and dunks it in.
Hey, what's time?
A little over 35. Who scored there?
Sorry, I thought he was coming.
Luke Lips.
He was. I wanted to make that goal.
Okay.
Who passed it?
Yeah, unassisted. What score?
Yellow card, number 20. Two-handed wrap.
Yellow card on Hoops for a two-handed wrap.
Luke, unassisted? Thank you.
Sorry if I was yelling at him. I'm mad.
No.
We're at the 35-minute mark. Jeff Seawick is in. He's getting some good looks, and he's immediately beat. Meanwhile, Tyler and Melinda are holding on to bludger control. Cleveland's is running out of time. They're going to have to start scoring really quickly if they want to bring this game back. Hammock throws it at Tyler. Tyler catches it, beats Hoops. Hoops tosses off to Yost. Yost passes up, gets blocked by Luke Lips, who's fighting for the ball with, I believe, Natasha. And she gets beat by Melinda Stopp, and now it's Luke Lips' ball. Axel's calling for Indy to run it, and they're walking it down slowly. Melinda's on Mitch Bame to get her seeker some time, and here he is. Meanwhile, Indy's pushing. Luke Eager dishes to Axel. Axel runs across the middle, throws it through the hoop, and he scores. Luke Eager. Jaeger. Evelyn comes down, misses a beat on Tyler Walker. It's recovered by Melinda. Melinda beats Evelyn. It's 200-10 right now. And Blake Fitzgerald is in for seeker. It looks like he knocked it off, but he didn't catch it.
36-40.
We're at the 36-40 minute mark. Looks like we could be the first game in MLQ history to go to the newly instituted hard floor of 40 minutes. Meanwhile, Cleveland's got to score 70 points in the next 3 minutes if they want to bring this one back. Alejo is right on Axtell, who's got 2 hands on his broom, and he swats, but it's a legit swat this time. Alyssa Marasa moves up the chase, and Axel returns. Oh, Drew Waller pounds through, gets gang tackled. Axel grabs his arm with the ball, and he forces it out. It flies right to Mitch Bame. Or, I'm sorry, Mitch Brown. Mitch Brown's got it. He dribbles around, passes it to wide open Natasha, but blocked by Melissa Marasa and Luke Lips. And then she turtled, and then Alyssa gets turtled, and Melinda beats her, and that's the end of that possession for Cleveland. Meanwhile, Indianapolis retains possession. Mitch Bame gets beat, and Jeff's going to have some more good looks at the seeker. Or Blake, excuse me. Blake's throwing his arms around. He's trying to get something. Meanwhile, Jahi Brown in at keeper for Indy Intensity. And Mitch Beam's back at defensive seeking. We're going to switch back to Quaffle game. Quaffle.
What's the time? 37.
Looks like we got a timeout on the field. The snitch has a bloody nose. 37-48. We have a timeout as the snitch has got a bloody nose, it looks like. Yo, time.
Seconds, 15 seconds.
And we're back. Snitch is back, and Luke Yeager's got the ball, passes it off to Axel. Axel's looking around, drives towards the hoops. He's got Alejo Matheny right on him. He's looking around. He's got 2 chases open to the right. He passes it to Jahi Brown, who passes it in, passes deflected, and it's turnover and Cleveland's ball. Meanwhile, Matt Brown and Melanie Grossman are in at beater. And Blake is getting some good time alone with the snitch. He's done a good job of surviving this third game. Drew Weiler in at keeper for Cleveland. Lacey Hutchman in, she goes deep, and Melanie deflects it. Alejo Matheny is the other beater for Cleveland right now. Easy beat on Alyssa Marassa. Easy beat on Axel from Alejo. Mitch has got the ball. He's walking right behind. He passes it back to Drew Weiler. Drew Weiler looks like he's driving. Passes it across to Yost. Yost fakes back, dips, dives, and throws it in for the score. Nice dunk. Meanwhile, Indy's immediately coming back. All the chasers are down, and Axel's got an easy goal. Fakes out Drew Weiler, dunks into the center hoop. It's the second time in a row that Indy's followed up a Cleveland goal with an immediate goal of their own. Meanwhile,
39 minutes!
Meanwhile, Blake Fitzgerald with the under between the legs catch on the snitch. We're going to the refs, but that was beautiful.
39:04.
39:04. It looks like the catch. We don't know the ruling on the catch. Catch is good, and we will not go to hard cap. That is the game. Indy Intensity wins with a final score of 240 to 110. And that's the game. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody, as Indy wins the series 3-0. Good game.